momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriu destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Simplim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare, mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Fiindcă avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. De ale. Daci ale. Nu știu ce să aleg. Daci ale. Nu te teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-și viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri eu de ale. Daci ale.
Știi, avem o singură viață și
Nu
nu
știu
prea
ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life. Learn it, love it, live it. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci. Și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriu destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Simplim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare, mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Fiindcă avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuzie. Așa-mi vine și mă și amuz uneori. De ale. Daci ale. Nu știu ce să aleg. Daci ale.
Hi, welcome everyone to another deadline stream on this channel. Thanks a lot for joining. Hopefully you can hear me okay. And yeah, we're going to just move to my team because we're already late. Sorry about that. Let me just start the countdown for the stream. We are exactly 2 hours till the deadline. Just came back from work. Thanks a lot for joining. Good evening, everyone. Hopefully you're having a nice day. And yeah, we have another FPL deadline real soon, compared to the last one. So yeah, really happy that I made it in time. After all, hi, Sam Production. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. A long time no see, I think. Yo, Dennis, you good, bro? Yeah, I'm good. I just came back from work, ready for another deadline stream. Hi, Herlosvile. Also, thanks a lot, guys, for joining so early. So yeah, that's why a little bit of a delay to this stream, but we're exactly 2 hours till the deadline. I didn't make my moves yet, so we have a lot of things to discuss. I didn't saw all the press conferences, so I need myself to check a little bit on Twitter before making my moves. Yeah, a lot of work today. Didn't have a lot of time to think about FPL. Long time no see. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Exam Productions. Really good to see you here again. Also, Chandri Balu, thanks a lot for joining. Hi. How are you guys? Hopefully, everyone is doing fine. And yeah, this is my team at the moment. 2 free transfers, 3.1 millions in the bank. I think that I'm going to sell Senesi and Ryan this gaming, but I have a clear image of what I'm going to do, but there are a lot of possibilities for me. I have a recommendation for a new defender to replace Senesi. If you're transferring, please let me know. Please let me know. At the moment, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm leaning towards buying Lacroix and doubling up on Crystal Palace. So I have a lot of defenders I'm considering. I've considered this these few days. Timber, Lacroix, Van Heck, Chow from Newcastle, O'Reilly from Manchester City. So there are a lot of possibilities for me to go. I can buy pretty much anyone I want. For Reindeers, I'm pretty sure I'm going to go to Anderson from Nottingham Forest. I had enough of Reindeers, honestly. It was such a bad player for me. I mean, I started with him from game week 1, and then it was just up down for Reindeers. I lost a lot of value on him. Anderson also rose in price last night, surprisingly. So yeah, that's really annoying for me, but still I think that I'm going to go for Anderson in that position. But yeah, Xam Production, please recommend me a defender. Now you need to consider that I'm going to use my free in game week 16, so I need to take also that into consideration. That's why buying a Brighton defender, buying a Crystal Palace defender makes a lot of sense for my team. My team is Ryan Munoz, Guardiola, Richards, Fernandez, Bruno Guimaraes, Anderson, Rice, Thiago, Haaland, Captain Mateta, Tots, Did Caicedo to Anderson. Yeah, really good transfer. Probably I'm going to buy myself Anderson. I think that he's a really good player. I mean, again, he's not going to get you double-digit holes every gaming, but he's a really consistent player. Talking about defensive contributions, he's on some set pieces. So yeah, at that price, I think that he's a really good player to have in your team because you know that he's going to play all the games. Other than that, yeah, Ryan Munoz, Guardiola, Richards. Hopefully, again, it is a midweek, so maybe we are going to see some rotation with some players. Maybe Richards, maybe Timber. Some players I'm pretty sure are going to be rotated, but again, hopefully for you, Richards is going to start. So yeah, I really like your team, Chandri Balu. Not too much to discuss about it. It's looking good on paper, right? I know Man City defense is a bit questionable, but a shout would be Nico O'Reilly. He's doing really good for me, but the only thing is Pep rotation as it's Christmas, but check his points. Yeah, the thing is, I considered buying O'Reilly last gaming. Probably I should have done it last gaming, right? To sell Senesi to O'Reilly. Now, I know that he played. I know that he's a really good player. I know that he's really attacking, and I'm considering him. I've considered him also. But the thing is, it is a midweek game. Do I want to go for O'Reilly? Now, you know what? If I'm going to sell Senesi this gaming, maybe also I'm going to do another transfer move next gaming. So I think that it makes more sense for me to buy O'Reilly next gaming maybe and see if he's going to play in gaming 14, or if he's not going to play in gaming 14, then I'm going to buy him in gaming 15. So I'm planning to buy O'Reilly at some point in the future, but I'm just not sure if I want to do it now. I wanna buy a player who I'm pretty sure he's going to start and play good minutes in gaming 14, and then reassess. But yeah, good shout, O'Reilly. Again, I said to everyone last gaming who were free hitting to have O'Reilly in their team, and yeah, I think that is a fantastic option. And also, when Enyuri is going to go to AFCON, he's going to be even better for minutes. How about Van Heck? I'm also thinking about Van Heck, but the thing is, he's playing against Aston Villa in Gaming 13. I'm not really sure about it. Again, obviously, he's more cheaper than Lacroix, but I just really like Lacroix for this fixture against Burnley. This gaming, he's really good for defensive contributions. He has some attacking threat, but again, I don't mind Van Heck. Probably it's between Van Heck and Lacroix for me to buy, because I don't think that I'm going to go for Richards, because there's that risk of him being benched in gaming 14, and I don't want to have any bench players this gaming, because I have Alderete against Liverpool and Rodon against Chelsea. As you can see, my only other defenders on the bench, so it's not looking good in that department. From last couple games, yeah. Hi Junkstar, thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate. O'Reilly is great, but Ran is back, got to be wary of that. Yeah, that's the thing. If I want to buy O'Reilly, I can always buy him next gaming, I think. Because for me it was something like, if I was going to buy O'Reilly, it would have been better to buy it last gaming, right? Because I was pretty sure he was going to start. I didn't go through with that transfer. Um, I think that I rolled the transfer in gaming 13. Uh, so I just don't think that this is the time to buy it. I could easily see him being benched or his minutes being managed in gaming 14 at least. Long term, I think that is going to be okay, because Enyuri is going to go to AFCON. So yeah, definitely. The defenders I'm considering, obviously the most easiest and logical thing for me would be just to buy Timber, to buy an Arsenal defender. But even with Timber, I'm not 100% sure he's going to start against Brentford. Now, for what's worth, I think that he's going to start, but I don't want to take any risk. And it's just that this idea, I kind of want to go against Arsenal defenders for the next two, because I'm going to use my free in Gaming 16, so I'm going to have 3 players from Arsenal anyway in Gaming 16. Then in Gaming 17 I'm going to have 5 free transfers, and then probably I'm going to make maybe 1, 2, 3 transfers in gaming 17, buy some Arsenal defenders, maybe buy Bukayo Saka, maybe do some things to fix up my squad. But in the next two, Brentford at home, definitely it's a great fixture for Arsenal. I can see them easily getting a clean sheet. But in gaming 15 they're going to play against Aston Villa, so again, if I'm going to have Lacroix against Burnley versus Timber against Brentford, it's fine. Obviously, I think that the fixture is better for Lacroix. Now, again, Arsenal are the best defense in the Premier League. And then in Gimmick 15, I'm going to have Lacroix against Fulham instead of having Timber against Aston Villa. So I don't really mind it. Obviously, Lacroix is also better for defensive contributions. And in Gaming 16, when Crystal Palace are going to play against Manchester City, I can ship out all of them, and it's looking okay for me. So I need to consider also my transfers because of my strategy. Because if I wasn't be free hitting in Gaming 16, then I would just buy some Arsenal players, right? Are you going to hold Semenyo for the upcoming fixtures? I'm going to hold Semenyo for this fixture for sure against Everton at home. Then next game week, maybe I'm going to sell him, and I could easily just sell Semenyo to Bukayo Saka in game week, next game week. This game week for sure I'm going to keep him. I think that I was a little bit unlucky for Semenyo to not get anything in the last game week. I don't know, because of Evan Nilsson, he didn't get an assist or a goal. So yeah, I felt a little bit unlucky last week. But yeah, Semenyo at some point he's a sell. But I'm just not going to sell him against Everton at home. After Everton, we saw them playing against Newcastle. So again, Semenyo, Unjae, these players are going to go from my team in the future weeks. Now maybe it's going to be Semenyo next game, because Chelsea is just not a great fixture to play any attacker. We saw Chelsea against Arsenal. They are a really good team at the moment, and we need to acknowledge that. Hi bro, sorry I'm late. I just finished school. Akhil Syed, and you don't need to apologize. I was also late, just came back from work, just started the stream 9 minutes ago. So thanks a lot for joining the stream, really appreciate it. Also, Christian, Nikolov, thanks a lot for joining. Should I start Thiago over Njeb? For sure not. I mean, again, you're going to see. I'm going to bench Thiago to Anderson probably. I'm going to sell Reinders to Anderson from Nottingham Forest, and I think that I'm going to bench Thiago. So yeah, over Njeb, no way, no way. I would start Thiago. I think both of them are on penalties, and Thiago is going to have the toughest fixture probably this season for him. So again, if you need to play Thiago, I don't think that's a problem. You have a cheap player who's on penalties, so it's not the end of the world. And Brentford also are getting penalties every game week. And also, for my own sake, I think that I'm going to root Brentford to score in that fixture against Arsenal. But if you have other players who are better, like Nje, Semenyo, Bruno Fernandes, definitely you're going to play them ahead of Thiago. This week I bought Chow and I have a similar defense to you. Depending on your team, he could be a good option, especially since he has a good fixture for Game Week 16. City Palace, Brighton don't. Yeah, that's the thing, Christian Nikolov. I'm going to use my free in Game Week 16. I looked also into Chow, into buying Newcastle defender, but again, I'm going to use my free in Game Week 16, so it doesn't really help me. It doesn't really help me that he's going to have a good fixture in that game week. That's why I don't mind buying a Brighton defender, buying a Crystal Palace defender. They're going to play against Man City and against Liverpool respectively. So in Game Week 16, and I'm just going to use my free and ship all of them out. So yeah, and that's why I'm looking to buy players from City, Crystal Palace, or Brighton, or I could just go for Timber, right? If I want to go, I could just go for Timber. But the thing is, I don't really mind going against Arsenal players in the next two game weeks. I don't really mind it. Although, again, they are the best defense in the Premier League and they could easily keep 2 clean sheets. Sharap, Palden, thanks a lot for joining. Really appreciated. Free team, Sanchez against Leeds, Timber, Chaloba, Chow. I don't think that I would go for Chow. On a free, Saka, Foden, Fernandes, Tavernier, Gakpo, Haaland, Mateta, Captain Fernandes. Now, one thing I would advise you to do in defense, basically, if you're using your free, you need to have Daniel Munoz, from my point of view, against Burnley. You could even have double Crystal Palace defense. Honestly, I would target to have 3 players from Crystal Palace against Burnley. So you have Mateta. I would go for Munoz also. If you don't want to double up on defense, I would go also for Yeremy Pino as a midfielder. I don't think that I would go for Chow, as I said before. Saka, Foden, Fernandes, Tavernier. I would go also for Mbeumo probably on a free. I don't think that I would go for Tavernier, honestly. Gakpo is fine, Haaland, Mateta is fine, Captain Fernandes. Yeah, other than that, your team is okay, but I would make some changes. I have Senesi and Sar, 0.5 millions in the bank, one free transfer. I don't want to take a hit. Thoughts, please. Now, Junk Star, it really depends. Again, if you have another defender to play, I think that I would just sell Ismail Assar first and buy a midfielder. I think that's the most interesting thing to do, to sell midfielder than to sell Senesi. You definitely, there aren't a lot of cases I would take a -4 to just sell Senesi. Although he's going to play against Chelsea in Game Week 15, you can just sell him in Game Week 15 if you want. But other than that, if you have a defender who's going to play, even if you have someone like Anderson who's going to play against Man City, probably is going to get DEFCON. So you have Munoz, Tarkovsky, Rodon, Anderson as other defenders. Yeah, I would just start Munoz, Tarkovsky, and probably Anderson, and just sell Ismail Assar. That's what I would do, Jangster, at least in your team. I don't think that it's worth to take a -4 to sell Senesi, honestly. You could just sell him for free next week. What's up, Dennis? Hi, Biplov Tapa. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Yeah, just came back from work, just started the stream, asking a lot of questions. I really also need to take a look at some press conferences because I didn't have a lot of time today to check, and yeah, I need to see what I'm going to do. 2 free transfers, 3.1 minutes in the bank. Hopefully everyone is fine. Bench Dewsbury Hall or Thiago. Probably I would bench Thiago. Again, I just think that how I play the game, I would bench Thiago probably for a lot of other players. Now, Dewsbury Hall is not going to score, right, every gaming, but I think that he's decent. He's on set pieces. I just don't see Thiago doing a lot of things. Now, obviously, he could just get another penalty like he's getting every gaming, but I just don't. This is the toughest fixture for Brentford. I would bench him. Now, again, if you don't want to bench a penalty taker, that's perfectly fine. So for Xam Productions, my team is Petrovic, Richards, O'Reilly, Cucurella. Really good team. Saka Mbeumo captain, nice. Semenyo Eze, Doku, Haaland, Welbeck, bench Dubravka, Thiago Mukiele, Trafford. So Trafford, again, he has a decent fixture. Mbeumo, Semenyo, Eze, Doku, Haaland, Welbeck. Yeah, your team is looking good. Now, again, with someone like Eze, with someone like Doku, I'm just never going to be sure if they're going to start or not. Odegaard is back from Arsenal, but probably, yeah, if you have them, probably you should start them ahead of someone like Trafford or Truffet. Yeah, the only headache I would say it would be to start Trafford instead of Richards if you're not sure if Richards is going to start, but yeah. Hi, Elikar FC. Thanks a lot for joining. I wanted to bench boost this week, but Senesi and Caicedo had other plans. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about you. Yeah, a lot of crazy things happened. The last gaming, Senesi got suspended. Caicedo got that red card. Yeah, Ismail Assar got injured. A lot of problems. Hi Denis, I have just seen my sent my team on Twitter. We're going to take a look at that. Rizonelli, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here. Also, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the stream if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It would be really helpful, and I really appreciate it. Hi, Mr. Blanky. Also, thank you. No problem, Jangstar. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. It really means a lot. Your advice matters. I'm gonna bench Thiago too. That's what AI says too, by the way. Yeah, I didn't check what AI is saying. Uh, yeah. Again, could Brentford get another penalty? Maybe, but yeah, I think that I would play. Again, I'm going to play Anderson from Nottingham Forest against instead of Thiago. So Anderson, Dewsbury Hall, they are pretty much similar. So yeah, if Thiago is going to score some penalty goals, I'm going to share the pain with you. So don't worry about that. Absolutely hate this game time, man. Game started 11 am at where I am from. Yeah, sorry about that. Also, I hate this the midweek streams, let's say, because I just came back from work. I'm a little bit tired, but yeah, made it in time after all. Hi Woody, thanks a lot for joining. Can you do a spin on your swivelly chair? The thing is, the chair I'm having right now is not moving, so I can't really do it because it's just a wooden chair. But yeah, sure. Captain Haaland, Saka, or Mbeumo? I'm going to captain Haaland, I think. Again, he wasn't great in the last few gamings, but surely, again, for me, if I wasn't going to captain Erling Haaland, probably it would be Bruno Fernandes instead of Bukayo Saka, but I don't know. I think that Bruno Fernandes is a fine captaincy option, but I just don't really trust Man United. I just don't really trust him as a pick who's going to haul. And also, a lot of people going against Erling Haaland just makes me a little bit more interested to just captain Erling Haaland. And yeah, although I hate him because he blanked when I used my triple captain last gaming, probably I'm going to triple captain Haaland. So again, I would say Haaland, Bruno Fernandes, Saka, if that would be my order from your team. Mr. Blanky, or sorry, Xam Productions, who are you planning to bring in for Senesi? Probably Lacroix at the moment, but I need to think a little bit about that. You need to consider, guys, that I'm going to use my fleet in Gaming 16, so I want, if possible, to target some teams, some players who are going to have decent fixtures before and after Gaming 16. And yeah, if they're going to have a tough fixture in Gaming 16, that's even better. Frank Golding, thanks a lot for joining. Start Rodon or Van de Ven. So Spurs are going to play against. Who are Spurs going to play against? Rodon against Chelsea, or just a second, I forgot who are Spurs playing. Newcastle away. Uh, that's a tough one. Again, I'm really careful about recommending you to not play Van de Ven because he could easily just score 2 goals in a game, but probably I don't know. I'm expecting both teams, Spurs and Leeds, to concede. Rodon is better for defensive contribution, so I think that I would play Rodon. But yeah, both are pretty not great picks, I would say, for this game week. Hi Ayub Medeb, I have Minte, get Gakpo, Mbeumo, Foden, or another one for Sar. Bruno with only with a -4. Again, talking about someone like Mbeumo, you're going to buy him to have him for 3 game weeks, which is not bad, right? The fixtures are great for Man United short term, so probably Mbeumo, I would say, is the better short term pick. And if you want a long term pick, I would say just go for Foden because with Gakpo, again, he whole last gaming, he is getting good minutes, but he is also a rotation risk. He's not going to play all the games, Gakpo. So I would say Mbeumo is the best short-term pick. It really depends. What are your plans? How many players you have who are going to go to AFCON? How many free transfers you want to spend in gaming 16 from those 5? Um, how do you Bruno Guimaraes is? So how do I think Bruno Guimaraes is? Probably an underestimated pick, I would say. Again, he's not one for me. Again, I'm just going to buy Anderson, so maybe I'm boring, maybe not, but again, he's a decent pick. I mean, the fixtures are decent. He could be on penalties, I would say, but the chances for him to be on penalties are pretty low if Gordon or if Voltemart are not going to be on the pitch. I don't think that I would go for Bruno Guimaraes, but I don't mind him as a pick. I have Bruno captain, but I'm very sure he won't get attack in return. Lol. Yeah, another thing is FPL Olympian from Twitter is captaining Bruno Fernandes if you know him. So yeah, be careful if you're going to captain Bruno Fernandes. I already bought Anderson for Sar, and I'm gonna take off Senesi, and it will leave me with 6.1 to spend. Any suggestion on who to buy in? So you bought Anderson for Sar. It really depends. It really depends on your chip strategy, Blanky, because I would pick from these players, right? If you want to buy an Arsenal player and you don't have a free available, just buy an Arsenal defender. Probably that's the best idea to do. So buy someone like Timber. If not, Lacroix, Chow. You could also wait one more game week and buy sell Senesi next game week when some another players are going to have better fixtures like Chow, like O'Reilly, like yeah, you know. So yeah, Timber, Lacroix, Chow, Van Heck, even Keane from Everton could be okay. Munoz could be okay. It really depends which player you want to go. 7 million mid. I have Welbeck. Not sure if I want to double on Brighton by getting Minte. Other options. Do you think I should do Senesi for Chow next game? If you want to buy Chow, probably it is better for you to just buy him next game. And yeah, if you're not free in game 16, I think that he's a really good option. Not just because he scored 2 goals, he is a decent option for defensive contributions. Newcastle are a decent defense, so yeah, depending on your chip strategy, buying Chow next gaming could be okay. And Junkstar 7 million mid. Yeah, the thing is there aren't a lot of good midfielders at the moment. So I'm going to buy Reinders. Other options are obviously Cunha, Mbeumo, Gakpo, but these are more than 7 million. So I would say Elliot Anderson from Nottingham Forest. If you don't have him already, he's a really reliable player, let me say it like that. And you don't mind playing him in any given week because he's going to get defensive contributions uh, in a lot of games. So yeah, 7 million mid. Minte, Dewsbury Hall, Anderson, someone like Jeremy Pino could be okay. Also now with the Sar injury, he's going to go also to the AFCON. Someone like Jeremy Pino from Crystal Palace could be more of a differential. Let's just say it like that. Other than that, yeah, I'm not sure how much money is in Jay, but definitely you're not buying him. Yeah, let me just take a look here at midfielders under 7 millions. Rice, he's 7 millions. He's decent for that price. Enzo Fernandez, probably not buying him right now. Enzo Lefebvre could be okay. Kudus is still okay, but probably you're not buying him. Soboslai is still decent, but if he's going to get a yellow card, he's going to be suspended. Yeah, Doku, Soboslai, it really depends how much risk you want to take. I would say Elliot Anderson is a really solid pick. That's why obviously I'm buying him. So it's between Lacroix and O'Reilly. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that's it also for me. Also between Timber, between Van Heck. I don't think that I'm going to go for O'Reilly just because I'm not sure about his minutes in this fixture. But yeah. Senesi to O'Reilly or Chow. Gavin Hartzenberg, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here again. Senesi to O'Reilly, Chow. Long term, I think that O'Reilly is a really exciting pick. I just don't think that you can guarantee his minutes uh, in this fixture against Fulham. But again, he's a fantastic pick. Probably I would just go for O'Reilly for the long term. But I'm not sure if he's going to start this week. But he's going to be fine after January. He's going to go to AFCON also. So do you think I should do Senesi for Chow next game week? Yeah. Heliker, should I take a -4 to remove Senesi and Caicedo? -4 to remove Senesi and Caicedo. If you can remove just one of them without taking the -4, that's what I would do. Again, if you have some bench players who are not going to play like Guyu, like I don't know, like Senesi, like Chris Wood, then yeah, if you're not going to have 11 playing players, then I would take probably the -4. But in other cases, I would just sell one. And if you want to sell Caicedo or Senesi, probably I would sell first Senesi. But it really depends. If you want to wait till next game week to buy another defender instead of Senesi, that's also perfectly fine. Or use my one-free transfer to transfer out Caicedo and play Pedro Porro on my bench, whom I know won't keep a clean sheet. I would just play Pedro Porro instead of taking a hit, I think. Because which defender are going to buy who's going to, I don't know, score 8 points at the minimum to be worth taking the hit? I'm just not sure at the moment. Thanks, Chief. Thanks a lot, Gavin Hartzenberg, for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Okay, guys, so let's move a little bit to Twitter to see the team from Rizwan Ali, who sent me his team. And also, what I want to do, I want to take a look at some press conferences because I didn't have enough time to do it. So for Rizwan Ali, Timber in for Van de Ven, free transfer, Foden in for Sar, -4. Okay, so you took a -4. You're going to play Roofs against Liverpool, not great. But Pope is going to be out for 3 or 4 game weeks, so yeah, he's not going to play. Tarkovsky, Virgil van Dijk, Timber, Anderson, decent enough. Mbeumo, captaining Haaland, Thiago against Arsenal. Yeah, you have a lot of problems, Rizwan Ali. Feel sorry about you with all these injuries. You are pretty much really unlucky. But yeah, your team is fine. I would not take other hits to do anything in that case. So yeah, let's just take a look at some press conferences. Luca De Gabriel also, thanks a lot. Can I post my team there as well? Yeah, for sure. You can send me your team guys on Twitter. You can post them on my post, or you can DM me. No problem. If you have the time, we're going to rate the team. I need a differential. I'm 5 millions in the war. I'm captaining Belmo, but I just know Haaland is going to end up with a hat-trick. Again, if you have Bruno Fernandes, I would captain Bruno Fernandes. If you have Mbeumo, I think that he's a nice captain. Again, it is a differential captain. It is okay to go against Haaland. I don't mind it, but I just don't want to take that risk personally, and I just don't trust Bruno Fernandes enough to do that. So who are you captaining this week? Probably Erling Haaland. Biplov Tapa, although he blanked when I used my triple captain last game week on him, and he was really bad. I think that the only time I'm using the triple captaincy, Haaland decides to have his worst game of the season. I mean, he was horrible in that game against Leeds. Now, fair enough to Leeds, they have 2-3 players around Erling Haaland the entire game. But Erling Haaland got just one shot on target, I think, in the 86th minute. City scored 3 goals. He wasn't involved at all. I felt a little bit unlucky, but it is what it is. You just have to laugh at these things. I'm thinking of Neto, but I'm worried teams, especially Chelsea, will rotate, especially with Palmer being back. We could see some rotation. Chelsea, especially, they have a lot of attacking players, but yeah, to be honest with you, Neto seems pretty nailed at the moment. Luca de Gabriel, I've locked in the -4 hit and got Timber and Anderson. Good luck. Good luck to you. Hopefully that's going to work out. I'm going to buy also Anderson. Anwar, K. Hutch, thanks a lot for joining. Hello, mate. Please bench 2 of the following players: Welbeck, João Pedro, Foden, Anderson, Enzo, and Eze. Thanks in advance, and best of luck. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. So you need to bench 2 players for all these teams. That's really tough. I would start Foden, I think. Uh, I don't know, man. I mean, surely you don't need to bench all those players. It's really tough to give you. Welbeck is on penalties, playing at home against Aston Villa. Not an easy fixture. João Pedro playing against Leeds. The minutes are just not great for him. Could he be rotated? Maybe. Eze could be rotated. Maybe. Enzo. I think that I would play Enzo Fernandez because I just think that he's going to play Enzo and Foden probably. But to bench Anderson, Eze, Welbeck, and João Pedro, all of them, yeah, you must have a really good team. Honestly, Anwar, probably I would bench. I would play Enzo. Oh no, sorry, I didn't understand the question. So bench just 2 out of those. Okay, I would bench probably. I'm not sure what to say about someone like Eze. I'm not sure if he's going to start. But if you have him also, I would play Welbeck, Foden, Enzo for sure, and then it's João Pedro, Anderson, and Eze. João Pedro, Anderson, and Eze. To play one, I think that it feels wrong, but I think that I would play Anderson because he's more safe than Eze and João Pedro, but that's a really tough decision to make. Hi Spidey, thanks a lot for joining. Hi Edwin, FIFA, thanks a lot for joining also, guys. Really appreciate it. Really good to see you here. Triple captain, yeah, I triple captain. I'm thinking thoughts on this crazy move. Mateta and Chaka out for Fernandez, captain, and Guyo. Don't need Guyo to play. Again, it's Mateta could be his minutes could be rotating. I'm rotated, managed. Sorry, I'm not saying otherwise, but I don't know. To sell Mateta against Burnley, it doesn't feel great. But if fair enough, if you want to captain Bruno Fernandes, then I think that's okay. I don't mind selling Chaka. I don't mind buying Guyu if you want to go for that spot in your team. Yeah, again, it just doesn't feel great to sell Mateta against Burnley. But if you want to really captain Bruno Fernandes, if you really think that he's going to smash it, then yeah, okay, just do it. Edwin, I'm captaincy going for Saka. Good luck, Gavin. Hopefully, it's going to work out for you. With Saka, the only problem is I'm not sure his minutes are going to be amazing in midweek, considering he's just back after an injury, but he's a good captaincy option, definitely. Thank you, bro. No problem, Anwar. Thanks a lot for joining. I would sell Mateta next week anyway, and Bruno has a better fixture. Yeah. Yeah, probably I think that Bruno Fernandes is overall a better pick than Mateta. If we talk individually, yeah. Again, I like Bruno Fernandes. I have both of them into my team. I didn't thought about selling Mateta for a second because it's just Burnley away, and the fixture is great. So yeah, but if you wanna sell him, it's not such a big deal. Maybe he's going to be benched. Who knows? So yeah, gaming 15. I'm considering Martinez, Verbruggen, Kelleher, Henderson as replacement for Pope. Who would you get? Have 0.3 millions in the bank. So from Martinez, Verbruggen, Kelleher, and Henderson. Probably I would go for Verbruggen, I think, because I like him for that price. I think that he's 4.4 or something like that. Henderson, I wouldn't, I don't know, necessarily block a Crystal Palace spot with Henderson. considering the defenders are just better, I think. Even someone like Richards could be better than Henderson overall. Martinez is a lot of money, and yeah, Kelleher also is a decent shout. I would sell. Uh, it will sound crazy, but I did Haaland and Sar to Salah and Voldemort for -4 and triple captain Salah, either a boost or a massacre. I mean, if Salah is not going to, I think that Salah is going to start right against Sandra. Maybe some people have some doubts about that. Even myself, I can't say for sure. I guarantee that Salah is going to start, but I can't really see Salah being benched for 2 games in a row. So good luck with you. I'm not here to judge. If you want a triple captain Mohamed Salah, I think that again, if you have Mohamed Salah into your team, you could argue that Salah is the best captaincy option for this game week against Sunderland at home. If we would be talking about this in the start of the season, everyone would just say, I want to have Mohamed Salah against Sunderland, right, to captain him in game week 14. So I don't think that's crazy, but yeah. I mean, you sold Haaland. That's pretty much more crazy. So yeah, good luck to you. Um, yeah, so let's see. Sunderland. No interesting news about Sunderland. From Brentford again. Burnley. Yeah, nothing interesting here. Barkley is going to be out. Mings is still out from Aston Villa. Oliver Grasner confirmed that Ismaila Sarr will miss out against Burnley and Fulham. He will be assessed before AFCON. So again, Sarr is definitely a sell for anyone who still has him. Paqueta is suspended for 1 match. Yeah, he got a stupid red card. I almost forgot against Liverpool. Um, Manchester United, Cunha, if you still have him, he was pictured in training. So if you have Cunha, just keep him because the pictures are decent. Sesko and Maguire are still out. Wolverhampton, no, interesting. Krejci is out if anyone has him. Brighton, he is uncertain if Reuter can feature, and Kaoru Mitoma is finally back in full training. Um, yeah. Reece James, complicated to play. Caicedo is suspended. Yeah, I think that we're going to see some rotation this gaming. So be prepared, guys. Um, with Arsenal, Saliba and Trossard are matters of days. Now, this is another thing. Again, I think that obviously Arsenal are the best defense in the Premier League, but they are without Saliba. They are without Gabriel. I would not be surprised for them to not keep as many clean sheets, but they are still a strong side defensively anyway. But yeah, if I was to buy an Arsenal defender today, it would be Timber. But if you ask me next game week or in game week 17, maybe it's going to be Saliba. Saliba and Trossard are a matter of days. Saliba could feature in game week 14, but yeah, you can't really buy him with all these doubts, right? Gabriel and Havertz are a matter of weeks. From Liverpool, Bradley may return in gaming 15. Isak, Wirtz, and Gomez will need their minutes carefully managed. So again, not. I don't think that I would rush to buy any of these 3 players at the moment for Liverpool. And Mohamed Salah will depart for AFCON after gaming 16. Arne Slot confirmed that. So if you still have Mohamed Salah into your team, probably I would just keep him for 3 more gamings. But yeah, that sounds also crazy, I think, at the moment. Nottingham Forest, not a lot. Morgan Gibbs White should be okay. Yeah, pretty much that's it. Senesi, Brooks are out with suspension. Doak, Christie are still out. Romero is back for Spurs. I don't know what's happening with Solanke though. He's out from the beginning of the season pretty much. I don't know. It just feels like Solanke was always going to be back playing for Spurs, but he's just not back yet. From Newcastle, if you have Pope or someone like Pope, he's going to be out for 3 or 4 gaming, something like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, not a lot of things happened. Gavin Hartzenberg, if you're still here, sorry for the delay. This is your team. Thinking of Senesi to O'Reilly and rolling the other 2 free transfers. Okay, so you have a lot of free transfers. Your team looks good. Your team looks great for this gaming. I would not sell any of your players, I think. Uh, just keep Enzo, just keep Gakpo for now. Senesi to O'Reilly or rolling. Again, Senesi to O'Reilly, Senesi to Konate, Van Dijk if you want to go for Liverpool defender, for a Munoz, for a Lacroix, Van Heck, depending on your chip strategy. Yeah, I would sell Senesi definitely from your team. Someone like Chow could be okay. Yeah, other than that, your team looks fine. You're playing also Dubravka against Crystal Palace at home instead of Sanchez. I think that I would play Sanchez here against Leeds, honestly, instead of Dubravka. That's what I would do with your team. Let's see if I missed any news. Yeah, okay. We're going to get back to my team in a minute. Also, I want to discuss with you my uh, team strategy also. Hi Dexter, thanks a lot for joining. Also Thomas Otto, thanks a lot guys for joining the stream, really appreciated. Also guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Thanks, yes, going with Sanchez. Yeah, I would go for Sanchez instead of the Dubravka, definitely there. I'm still here, yes, thanks. Your team looks great. So again, Enzo, Gakpo, maybe these are some players you want to get rid of at some point, but definitely I don't think that I would sell them now. Senesi, Sar, what to do with them? 0.9 in the bank, 2 free transfer available. Also another question, play Calafiori or Konsa? Timbor is already playing in my team. I would also play Calafiori if you have him, I think. Then playing Konsa. Konsa is playing against Brighton away, so I could see also Aston Villa conceding. He's not great for defensive contributions. Yeah, I would still play Calafiori, I think, because if he's going to play, Arsenal could easily get a clean sheet. So I would take that chance probably. Dexter, Senesi, Sar, what to do with them? Sar is definitely a sell. He's going to miss the next 2-3 game weeks, and then he's going to go to AFCON. So Sar is a sell. Now, depending on which players you want to buy, Minte, Anderson from Forest, Cunha, probably not buying Cunha, right? Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes if you don't have them. And with Senesi, yeah, you could just sell him next game week if that's okay for you, depending on which player you want to buy. If you want to buy a defender this game week, probably it's someone like Van Heck, someone like Lacroix, someone like Munoz. If you want to buy a defender next game week, someone like Chow could be okay, someone like Anderson could be okay, O'Reilly could be okay. Replacement for Sar, I have Mbeumo, Rice, Semenyo, Enzo, Thiago Haaland, and Mateta up front. Thinking of bringing in Foden. Foden also is a nice replacement. I forgot to mention Dexter. Uh, yeah, Foden is a nice transfer. Now, again, at this point, I think that we should consider Foden being a starter for Manchester City because he started pretty much all the games since Game Week 4, although he could be benched at some point, right? But I like Foden. Yeah, I like Foden. If you have the money to go for Foden, probably I would buy him. If not, Anderson, Minte, really good cheap options if you want to go there. Bukayo Saka is another option. You don't have also Bruno Fernandes, who is a decent option. I could also buy Bukayo Saka, guys, if I want this gaming, but I just want to get rid of Reinders and Senesi, so probably that's what I'm going to prioritize at the moment. Um, Ahil Sayed, my plan is to get Chow in next gaming for Senesi, then get either Soboslai or Gimaraes for Chaka in gaming 15. Perfectly good strategy. Hi Radu Gavriluț, thanks a lot for joining. You send me your ID. So yeah, Soboslai, I think that he's okay. Now, again, would I go for Soboslai if you can go for someone like Elliot Anderson, who's also safe? I'm not sure. Minte, Anderson, could they be better than Soboslai? Maybe. So it really depends how you want to go. Okay, so real short, let's also take a look at the Radu's team. And then we're going to discuss a little bit about my team. So you have 1.1 minutes in the bank. O'Reilly, Munoz, Timber, Dubravka. Playing Dubravka or Vicario? Yeah, a really tough question. You don't have Mateta, so you might as well just, I don't know, back Dubravka, I guess. Semenyo, Eze, Foden, Jay, Bowen, Welbeck, Haaland. I think that at some point you need to get rid of Bowen, but again, is this the best gaming to do it? You have also Senesi and Sar, so probably I would just sell Sar. You just need to see uh, which defenders are going to buy. Will Graham, should I transfer out Pope or hold? Hi, and thanks a lot for joining the stream, by the way. If you have other priorities to do in your team, you can always transfer Pope next game if you have another decent backup goalkeeper who's going to play. So it's not a rush to sell Pope this game, definitely. If you want to wait a little bit more, but yeah, I think that long term you should sell him, right? Because we don't even know if Pope is going to be starting for Newcastle after he's going to came back. So Namit Kadiala, thanks a lot for joining. Bench one of Thiago, Minte, Anderson, Semenyo, Gakpo, and Mbeumo. I would bench Thiago. I would bench Thiago in that case, I think. That's what I would do and play the other players. I already have Anderson as my 8th attacker. Okay. Okay, then someone like Minte could be a decent pick, depending when you want to buy him. So for Radu Gavriluță, again, selling someone like Sar, you have 7.7 in the bank. You could sell to someone like Anderson, to someone like Minte, Soboslai, maybe if you want. Yeah, pretty much that's it. And maybe start, I don't know, start that player instead of Bone if you want. But yeah, with Senesi, I'm not sure how many free transfer do you have. I'm not sure which cheap strategy are you on. So yeah, it's tough for me to recommend you anything. I could go up to Cunha if I take a hit and get a 4.5 defender for Senesi. Yeah, that's the thing. So if you have just one free transfer, I'm not sure if this is worth a hit. You have three decent defenders, even if you're not going to sell Senesi. So I probably would just do this transfer next game week, I think, with Senesi, because you have a, I mean, if O'Reilly, let's say he's not going to get any minutes, you have Goodmanson in the worst case scenario. So I'm not sure if I would. And also, I don't think that I would take a -4 to buy Cunha. He's back in training, but he could be benched this gaming. So I think that I would delay buying Cunha for this gaming. But yeah, if it is a risk. If you want to go with it, then that's okay. Play Chaka or Thiago or Konsa. Sunderland against Liverpool or Thiago against Arsenal. I would play Thiago in that case. I think I would play the penalty taker. Good luck, Dennis, man. Leaving early today. Thanks a lot, people of Tapa, for being here. Good luck to you this gaming. Good evening. Have a nice evening also. And probably for you, it's good night, right? So, yeah. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. I would play Thiago, I think, Dexter in that case. So yeah, I think that I would delay selling Senesi because you have decent options in defense at least. Now, hopefully, all these options are going to start, right? Timber, O'Reilly, and also in midfield, it's okay. Gibbs White, Anderson, or Bruno Guimaraes. In my team, I'm just going to sell Reinders and I'm going to buy Anderson if that's if that's helpful to you. That's what I'm going to do now. Is that the best move? I'm not sure. I just think that Anderson is a really consistent player. He got 10 defensive contributions in every gaming this season, and he needs 12 to hit the mark. So probably I would go for Anderson. He's also on some set pieces. Yeah, and also he's much more cheaper than someone like Gibbs White, right? So yeah, I would go for Anderson. If you ask me, that's what I'm going to do in my team. Uh, Bruno Guimaraes again, he's a really interesting pick. Maybe I didn't give it a lot of thought about Bruno Guimaraes. I'm just not sure how. I know that he scored a lot of points in the last 2 3 gamings, but I just don't think that he can keep that up. He's not on penalties. Maybe he's on some set pieces. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe he's on some set pieces also. He's okay, I guess, for DEFCON, but I'm not sure about that. So I think that I would just go Anderson, honestly, but the fixtures are good for Newcastle, so I don't mind it. Hi, Bijok. Uh, Thanks for joining. I currently have to play Richards and my bench cover is Rodon. Should I sell Senesi? I don't think so. I don't think, again, if you can sell Senesi for free, then yeah, I would sell Senesi for free because the fixtures also are not great in the long run. But if you want to take a hit to sell Senesi, I would not do it. Hi, Paul Jule. Thanks a lot for joining. Dennis, please talk me out of buying the Kuiper before he gets a 1 pointer. I don't want to take you out of buying the Kuiper, but I just think that it is a little bit risky buying him. Now, if he's going to start for what's worth, he's a great option, right? He's a really attacking defender, but he's not good for DEFCON. He, I don't know, may not start all the games, I would say. So, yeah, I guess that's not helping you a lot to not buy the Kuiper. Again, the thing is, I would not go for him. I don't think that he's such a safe pick. Is Gibbs White starting? Probably. I just saw on Twitter that Sean Deitch said that Gibbs White should be okay for Gaming 14. Again, there is a little bit of a risk, I would say there, but again, I can't guarantee that he's going to start. Probably he will. So yeah, if you want to go that route, that's perfectly fine. Hi, Vukek, thanks a lot for joining. Pope and Sar to who for 13 millions? I mean, 13 millions. So you can go. It really depends which goalkeeper you want to go. If you want to buy a goalkeeper, probably this gaming, I would just go all the way down to someone like Verbruggen if you don't want to go for Raya. Raya is also good, so Raya is a good goalkeeper to have. I would go for Verbruggen, and then you have how much? You have 8 point something millions, right? I'm not sure if you can afford Bruno Fernandes instead of Sar. I'm not sure if you have Bruno Fernandes. But yeah, Bruno Fernandes, Foden, these are the options in midfield. Anderson, uh, 20 people. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining the stream. Really appreciated. Really good to see you all here. Hi, Flash. Thiago Doku Minte. Which two would you start? Thiago Doku Minte. I would start Minte and Doku, I think, and bench Thiago. Um, Hi, Vukek also. I have one free transfer. Some are saying Richards is a minute risk this week. I mean, Richards, he is a minutes risk, but nobody could guarantee you that he's not going to play or not. We saw Richards being benched in Europe in some midweek games, so that's why a lot of people think that he could be rotated. Also, myself, I'm not going to buy Richards because I'm not sure if he's going to start this gaming, but if you have Richards, I would just play him, so no need to worry too much about that. Played the left wing against Forest and he's 4.3. I need the money. You could go for Van Heck for 4.4 if if that helps you. Pojul for Brighton and he's much more safe. And also I don't Mitoma is back in training, so I'm not sure if he's going to play as a winger all the games anyway. Can you check my team and advise what should I do? One free transfer, 3 million in the bank. Yeah, for sure. Does Gibbs White have pants? Uh, I think that I forgot the name of the striker for Nottingham Forest. It's Jesus, right? If I'm not wrong, I'm not sure. I think that he could be on penalties before Gibbs White is going to be on penalties. He can have a chance of being on penalties, but I think that the striker who's playing, I'm not sure if I'm missing his name, Igor Jesus or something like that. I think that he took some penalties for Nottingham Forest. And Anderson also, Elliot Anderson took a penalty when also none of them were on the pitch. So I don't think that Anderson is going to be on penalties. But I'm not sure if Gibbs White is going to be on them anyway. So if he was for sure on penalties, I would just say to you, just buy him. But I'm not. Uh, I played free, so go 1 week back. Okay, just a second, Vukek. Uh, Aaron, Raya Timber Lacroix. Is this good? Yeah, yeah, it's looking really good for me. Now, again, O'Reilly, Doku, these players from Manchester City could be at some point rotated, right? But if you have them, just play them and don't worry too much. Timber, Lacroix, really good team, really good midfield. Haaland, Mateta, and Voltemart. I would be tempted to just keep Voltemart for now. I think that he's fine. Haaland has not scored in open play in Kraven's cottage, so you think I should start Doku over Thiago? I think yes. I mean, again, Doku could be benched. I'm just going to say it. He could be benched. So if you don't want to have this problem, just start Thiago, who's also on penalties. But because the fixture is so bad in my eyes for Thiago against Arsenal away, I would just take that risk again with Doku, who's going to play against Fulham. But I don't know. If you want to go safe, just play Thiago. If you want to take a little bit of a risk, play Doku. Uh, Also, I somehow still have Ekitike because of read last week. Read something about Isak's minutes being managed. Yeah, that's sure. Does he start versus Sunderland or should I get rid? For what's worth, if you ask me, a Liverpool fan, I think that Ekitike is going to start this game against Sunderland because Isak started the last one. But after that, I just think that you should probably you should just sell Ekitike at some point. Now you don't have a lot of good strikers at the moment to go for, so I understand why you're still keeping him. Uh, I think that there's a good chance Ekitike is going to start this game, yes, because he was on the bench, and Alexander Isak's minutes are going to be managed. So yeah, I can see an Ekitike start. Probably I would keep for one more game week. What about Doku? Still doubtful. He might start. Yeah. Again, as I said before, with Doku, he played most games, right, for Manchester City, but he's a Man City midfielder, so you can't be surprised about him being benched in some games, right? Also, it's a midweek game, so I could see some rotation for Man City or for other players. Let me just check. I think that Man City are playing tonight, right? So maybe we're going to get some leaks. Make sure you stay on the stream to see that. So yeah, Man City, Fulham, and Bournemouth, Everton are the first games tonight. So maybe we're going to get some leaks. I'm more inclined to say that Doku is going to start this game, but I'm never going to be sure about. I can't guarantee you that Doku is going to start. But if you have him, again, it is a good chance to start him, right? I have Shade as midfield option and Cucurella as a defender option. Uh, I would start. I think that I would start Cucurella again, but yeah, we could see some rotation also for Chelsea. Shade against Arsenal, no, I would not start him. Between Cucurella and Doku, if Cucurella starts, that's great. For him, a great fixture. For Chelsea, but yeah, could you guarantee that he's going to start? Probably, I guess. It's a really tough question. Aaron, don't you think you should bring an Arsenal defender, attacker? Yeah, maybe. I mean, the only attacker I'm interested from Arsenal at the moment is Bukayo Saka. Probably. I mean, Eze. I would not go for Eze anyway. Odegaard is back. I think that his minutes are at risk at the moment. Rice is okay for his minutes, so he's an option. But I'm okay with my midfielders at the moment. So in game week 17, when I'm going to have 5 free transfers, I'm going to fix my team. Until that, I think that for me it is a must to sell Senesi this gaming and to sell Reindeers. Now I could go from Reindeers to Rice, but if I want to have Bukayo Saka, I don't also want to limit myself with that. So at the moment, I'm okay with my midfield. Bruno Fernandes, Semenyo, Minte, Njae for this fixture is perfectly fine. With Bukayo Saka, could his minutes be lower midweek against Brentford? Yeah. Then he's going to play against Aston Villa, not the best fixture. And then in Game Week 16, I'm going to use my free, so I'm going to have Bukayo Saka anyway in that Game Week. So yeah, he's not on predicted lineups. Doku, yeah, I'm going to take a look also at some predicted lineups. I would downgrade to Guyu and buy Bruno, but I could wait a week and buy Thiago. Think the second is better, not sure though. Yeah, I would wait a week to buy Thiago anyway. And Thiago is a player a lot of people are going to buy in the next game week. So yeah, I would just wait to buy Thiago probably. So yeah, let's... Vukek, are you still here? Sorry for the delay, guys, but I'm trying also to think a little bit about my team. So let's see your team. This is hopefully the last, probably the last team I'm going to review because we have 1 hour left to play. I want to show also what are my plans. So you have 3 millions in the bank, 1 free transfer. Probably I would just sell Senesi and buy, yeah, whichever player you want. Basically, there aren't a lot of good defenders to buy this game week who are also good long term. So if you're not free in game week 16, I'm not sure if I would go for Lacroix. I would not sure if I would go for someone like Van Heck. Oh, so this was, yeah, sorry, this was your free, right? Yeah, but I can't go back 1 week. Sorry about that, Vukek, but oh no, this is your team, right? For Gaming 14. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I would sell Senesi again, probably for you. If you don't have any frees, if you don't have any other cheap strategy, I would just sell Senesi to Timber and play Timber. And yeah, that's what I would do. Chaloba or Chow. Hi, Ugzizu. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. I would say Chow. This gaming definitely Chaloba is better. From gaming 15 onwards, I think that Chow could be better. So yeah, it depends. It depends how you want to go. La Pulga also sent me his team. Yeah, I would sell Senesi here if you can. Your midfield is perfectly fine. The same with attack. Mateta, Haaland, perfectly good. Tarkovsky, Collins, Virgil van Dijk, Raya. I would sell Senesi in your case. Again, I'm repeating myself here. It really depends if you free hit 16, if you free hit 15. If you want a defender who's has a good fixture this game week or more long term. O'Reilly probably is a good pick. Timber is a good pick if you can buy him from selling Senesi. Are you selling Senesi? Yeah. Simon Limo, thanks a lot for joining the stream. I'm selling Senesi. Yeah, I'm just not sure to which player I'm going to do that. I think Chow could arguably be better this week. Better than who? Already got in Anderson for Sar. Okay. Then again, if selling Senesi is for -4, probably I wouldn't do it and just wait till next game. Collins against Arsenal away probably is going to get defensive contribution points, and you're looking at 3, maybe 4 points, something like that. Again. What about United defender for the next 2 fixtures, West Ham and Wolverhampton, and then selling when getting 5 free transfers? That's a perfectly fine strategy. I don't know. I just didn't think any second to buy a Man United defender because maybe I don't want to get myself into just selling them after game week 16. But I agree, if you want a defender just for 2 game weeks, you could go for someone like De Ligt, right? Uh, but I just don't trust Man United defenders that much. But yeah, as a short-term punt for just 2 game weeks, it's okay. Uh, Bro, kindly review my team. MD Sakil Basan. Thanks a lot for joining. Really appreciated. Yeah, please send me your team on Twitter if you want it reviewed. I'm not sure if you did that. Send me your my links. The links to my socials are um, in the description of this stream. So you can type your team in chat. You can send me a DM on Twitter. You can send a post to my Twitter, and I'm going to review it. No problem. Yeah. Or if you have Twitter, please let me know. But yeah. So let's take a look at some predicted lineups, right? If maybe that's going to help you. For Liverpool, again, I'm not sure if Isak is going to start, but yeah, could be it. Who are also good replacements beside Timber? There are a lot of them. I mean, it really depends. If you want to double up on Crystal Palace, Munoz, Lacroix, all these players are good. Even someone like Richards could be okay if you think that he's going to start. Someone like Van Dijk, from my point of view, he's still a decent option, but yeah, he's a lot of money. O'Reilly from Manchester City, Van Heck from Brighton if you want a really, really cheap defender. Anderson from Fulham, but again, probably you're not buying him against Man City this gaming. Uh, Chow from Newcastle. There are a lot of good defenders to buy. We're going to take a look. You know what? We're going to take a look at some projections. Maybe that's going to help you more. Hi, Florin. Also, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really good to see you here again. Good evening, by the way. So, from Rob the FPL, if you don't follow him, he's doing some nice projections. And let's just take a look. If you want to buy a defender, right? So top teams to target for Game Week 14 and Game Week 19. Um, here you can say, I'm not sure how clear you can say this, but Timber is probably the most safe, reliable one, right? I mean, safe, reliable, I'm not sure if that's the right word. Uh, Again, probably now Arsenal have a lot of injuries in defense, and I agree. I think that Timber is going to start midweek, but I think that there is a little bit of a doubt there about him starting every gaming. So again, I don't think that Timber is the safest defender to go. If you're talking about Timber being the safest because he plays for Arsenal, the best defense in the Premier League, then yeah, I agree. Probably he's the most logical defender to buy, I would say. At the moment, if you want to buy a defender from Arsenal, it's Timber. Saliba is a doubt. Gabriel is out. Calafiori, Zminits are not as good as Timber for what we know so far. I'm working, but I still listen. Good luck. Thanks a lot, Florin, for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Myself just got back from work. So yeah, look here. If you want to buy a defender, think about when you're going to use your fleet. If you have any, think about when you want to use your wildcard and when you need that defender to play, right? Because for me, because I'm going to use my fleet in gaming 16, I don't really care about the odds, right? For gaming 16, and I don't mind buying someone like Lacroix, who is going to have decent fixtures before and after. As you can see, gaming 14, gaming 15, 39%, 27, gaming 16, I'm going to ship him out on my free, and then 32, 33, 35. These are good odds for a clean sheet, right? Now, again, it doesn't mean that they're going to keep those clean sheets. For Arsenal, if you want to buy a defender from Arsenal, probably this is the most logical thing to do because they are such a good defense. And as you can see, they are predicted to score, to get a clean sheet in most games, pretty much, or at least they have a good chance of keeping a clean sheet. Yeah, other than that, if you want a defender for this gaming, Timber, Man City, O'Reilly, Liverpool, Van Dijk, Konate, Newcastle, gaming 15. It's a nice entry point for them, as you can see. Man United, if you want to go there, if you want to keep Senesi, and if you want to have him for gaming 17, he's going to play against Burnley in that week, so it could be worth for you, depending on your chip strategy, guys. It really depends which player you want to go. But here you can see in the next 6 fixtures how these defenses are looking like. And for me, if I want to buy, for an example, someone like Van Heck from Brighton, it is fine because I'm going to not have him in gaming 16 on my free when he's going to play against Liverpool. And I'm going to have him for 14, 15, 17, and I don't mind playing him. In 18, he's going to play against Arsenal. And yeah, he has a slim chance of getting a clean sheet. And then it's again 30%. So yeah, here also you can see the projected goals for these teams in the next 6 fixtures: Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. So buying someone like Foden could be a nice idea if we look here at the stats. Now, yeah, if we go again to, not here, projected goals and clean sheet odds for this gaming, for gaming 14. So the teams who are most likely to keep a clean sheet: Arsenal, obviously, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, the biggest chances. The teams who are going to score the most goals: Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal. So take all this information into consideration if you want to captain a player, if you want to buy in a defender, if you want to buy in a striker. But again, that doesn't mean that this is how it's going to go. These are just some projections. Please, I sent in X chat, bro. I have sent chat. Yeah, Sabil, we're going to look at your team, no problem. Don't worry. Here on this stream, we're looking at everyone's team, so don't worry about being left out. If I have the time, I'm going to answer all the questions. I just need to find. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I just don't see your team, but if you can, send me your team here on any post of mine, because if I go to messages, as you can see here, and requests, I don't see any on the browser, at least. Yeah, wait a second. Let me see on phone if I can see your team. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Yeah, I don't see your team. Yeah, okay, now I see it. Notification. Yeah, Sakib Hassan. Yeah, so if you wanna help me, let me know how many free transfers do you have. Let me know how much money you have in the bank, so I can advise you what to do. So what is your final team selection? Yeah, we're going to do that also in a minute, right? I don't wanna. I'm going to wait a little bit more before making my moves, but at the moment I'm leaning towards selling Senesi to Lacroix and Reinders to Anderson. So Probably that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, if I have the time, I'm going to talk also a little bit about my team. Um, so yeah, looking at your team, Sakib, Munoz, Calafiori, Virgil van Dijk, really good defense. Yeah, not nothing to say about it. I would start Calafiori if I had him. Beumo, Semenyo, sorry, Minte, Njae, João Pedro, Thiago, Haaland. Yeah, I would sell Sar, and depending how much money you have in the bank, I would go for someone like Foden, for someone like Elliot Anderson, for you have Minte already. So yeah, probably, and or I would go for someone like Bruno Fernandes if you have the money instead of Sar. And yeah, other than that, you could just wait till next gaming to sell Senesi if that's not a problem to you. So yeah, if you are here on the chat, let me know if you need any more advice. Again, if you want to sell SAR, as I said before, transfer, you have one transfer and 0.2 millions in the bank. Okay, so then you need to buy, again, it's not a must to sell SAR or Senesi this gaming, but SAR is going to be out for 2-3 weeks and he's going to go to AFCON. So probably he's a sell. Uh, I would sell him to Elliot Anderson. If you ask me, I think that he's a really decent player, and probably I would play Anderson instead of Thiago. That's what I'm going to do with my team. Now, again, if you want to follow my steps, that's perfectly fine. But if not, yeah, if you want to play Thiago, that's also perfectly fine. So yeah, I think that in your case, I would just sell SAR and keep Semenyo for one more game week to not take a -4. I don't think that you need to take a -4. You have Munoz, Van Dijk, who are definitely going to start, and you have Calafiori, who also probably is going to start. You think I should get Van Dijk or start Matheus Nunes from City? If you have Matheus Nunes from City, I would just start him probably. I mean, again, we're going to wait to see if we get any leaks about Man City, but yeah, if you have him, if you don't want to sell him, probably I would just start him, right? So yeah, again, Van Dijk is definitely more safer. He's going to play all the minutes uh, till the end of the season, pretty much in this festive period, in this congested period. He's going to play all the games, 90 minutes, good for DEFCON, decent attacking threat. So I would argue that maybe he's a better pick than Mateus Nunes, but the fixtures are good also for Man City. So, and also if you think that Liverpool are just going to concede again, then just play Mateus Nunes. I don't think that's such a big problem. Okay, so let's move back and see some team lineups predictions, and then I'm going to discuss a little bit about my team. So for Manchester City, yeah, here Doku is predicted to start. Again, if you trust these predictions, it's not 100% guaranteed anyway. So yeah, Mateus Nunes, O'Reilly here. Here pretty much it is an almost unchanged lineup. It's just Cherky instead of Reinders, I think, here. For Aston Villa, yeah, if you're interested, but pretty much all the nailed players are going to start. Good evening, Dennis. Thanks a lot for joining, Simon Lee. Good evening to you too. Really appreciate the support. Hopefully you're having a nice day and evening. For Chelsea, the predicted lineup. Yeah, this is for Arsenal, right? Because it's Caicedo. So yeah, okay. Yeah, these are not actual. So yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, this account usually posts predicted lineups, but yeah, it seems like this game the turnaround was too quick for them. Um, so yeah, let's just make a poll to see Yes, I'm following you. Thanks for your suggestion, Sar out Anderson in. Thanks a lot, Sakib Hassan. Thanks a lot for subscribing, if that's what you meant. And thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. The support really means a lot. And yeah, hopefully you're going to enjoy the content on this channel in the future. Thanks a lot for being here and good luck for this gaming if you're leaving. That leads games for City. Yeah, I just saw that flash. Sorry. I just saw that those predictions were uh, for gaming 13. So yeah, let's just move back to my team and let's make a poll about the captaincy. So let's put Haaland, Bruno, so let's see who are you captaining, guys. I'm going to captain Erling Haaland, I think. No need for me to not do it. Okay, so let's move back to my team here. By the way, guys, if you don't know about this site, is Fantasy Football Hub. I use it pretty much to see obviously the stats you see in my videos, in my content, are from this site. And I mostly use it to see how my team is going to look in the next gaming. As you can see here, if I move to gaming 15, the link is in the description. I think that you can play with this app for free for some things at least, and yeah, if you enjoyed it, definitely you have a link into my description. Now what I wanted to see, let me just see if I'm going to pick here, if I'm going to use my free in gaming 16, I want to see which transfers are they going to recommend me. Hi, Anir Banerjee. Still having Mo Salah, by the way. Hopefully he starts and gives returns for the final two gamings before he's off to AFCON. So Salah is going to play in gaming 14, 15 and also 16. I'm pretty sure Arne Slot confirmed that he's going to go to AFCON after gaming 16 in case you want to keep him for Brighton at home in 16. As I said before on this stream, I think that if you still have Mohamed Salah, probably I would just keep him for 2-3 more gamings and hopefully it's going to be okay for you. Yeah. Okay, so now here they have a section where AI or something is recommending you to make transfers. So let's see. I set up my plan to free it in gaming 16. Let's see if that's impacting the transfers. All right. What? Let me refresh the site. Okay, so I put up my read here and now they are not recommending me to make any transfers, really. Okay, let's change this to aggressive. Okay, so Thiago to Marguyu, Reinders to Saka. I mean, yeah, I guess, but I'm not going to sell Thiago, so let's put here, I don't want to sell Thiago. Njae to Mbeumo, Senesi to Riley. Alright, I don't want to sell Njae. Give me more. Minte to Mbeumo. No, I don't want to sell Minte. No. Semenyo to Saka, Senesi to Riley. Now, this is a transfer I could go with, I guess. But do I want to go for Saka? As a Liverpool fan yourself, Dennis, do you think Salah and Gakpo are nailed on starter for you? Or there are chances of game getting benched against, especially talking about Salah? I find it, again, as a Liverpool fan or not, I find it really difficult to believe that Mohamed Salah is going to be out for, is going to be benched for 2 game weeks in a row. So I think that he's going to start. Now, can I guarantee you that? I can't really guarantee you that, honestly, because we just saw him being benched against the West Ham and they won against West Ham. They kept a clean sheet. They won pretty comfortably. But I think that he's going to start against Sunderland, yes. Now, is he going to start every game week? I'm not so sure. Gakpo, he just scored. He just had a good game. We could see some rotation with these players, but if you have them, I would just keep them for now. Yeah, so this is definitely a strategy I could go along. Semenyo to Saka, Senesi to Riley, but I just don't want to sell Semenyo this game week, so recommend me some other transfers. Reinders to Mbeumo, Senesi to Richards. This is interesting, but I just don't want to go for Mbeumo because I have already Njaya and I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to go for Mbeumo, let's say. Bruno Fernandes to Saka, no, I don't want to sell Bruno Fernandes. Senesi to Riley, Reinders to Gakpo. Interesting, interesting moves. Let's say I don't want to go for Gakpo. Reinders to Foden, Senesi to Lacroix. Okay, now this is an interesting option. Now this is interesting. Okay. Because Senesi to Lacroix is a transfer I'm thinking about doing. Dewsbury Hall has been saving my gaming for the past 3 gaming, surprisingly. Yeah, I mean, if you play Dewsbury Hall, congrats. I mean, it's just unbelievable when a player of his price gets those big returns. Yeah. Okay, so Reinders to Foden, Senesi to Lacroix. This is interesting. Now, again, if I... let me just bring here another page. Let's just say I'm going to do Reinders to Foden, Senesi to Lacroix. And we click optimize. Yeah, I'm going to have 0 pretty much money in the bank. But Foden against Fulham away, Elliot Anderson against Wolverhampton away. Do I want to go that route to buy a Man City midfielder? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. But the fixtures are there. So definitely this could be a strategy. And yeah, probably it's too late for me to think about it right now. If we move to Gaming 15, my team would look like this. That would pretty much put me out of buying Bukayo Saka for Gaming 15 at least. And here I would need to make a transfer, and that probably would be to sell Semenyo. I could buy Elliot Anderson here, right? But is Foden worth it for that price? I mean, if he's going to play all the games for Man City, then I could say that he's worth it, but I'm just not sure about that. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Elliot Anderson at 5.4 compared to Foden. Yeah, I'm not sure I can go with this strategy, but it could work out because Man City is a team who works well with me freeing in gaming 16. And here I would just use my freet, and then in 17 I would got again Foden against West Ham at home. So again, if I want to buy Foden, probably I can do that next game week, right? If I want. And when he's going to play against Sunderland away. So this is also a possibility. I could just let's say I'm going to go with my strategy to buy Anderson and Lacroix for this game week. That would leave me with a lot of money in the bank, 2.7, something like that. And in game week 15, I could just sell Semenyo to Foden here if I want to buy Foden. So yeah, that's a possibility. So yeah, I'm not sure if I want to risk with Foden. The thing is, yeah, let's just say I don't wanna buy Foden. Recommend me other transfers. Hi Dennis, Sarto, Bruno Guimaraes, good or bad? I mean, I don't mind it. If you give me the chance, probably I would buy rather someone like Minte or someone like Elliot Anderson before going for Bruno Guimaraes, but that's pretty much just me. So yeah, I just don't. It's just not my type of pick, but I don't mind it. Uh, what moves do I make? -4. You have one free transfer and 2.6 million in the bank. You have Gabriel and Sar. Uh, Elliot Anderson is a nice option on the bench. I would argue you could also play him, or that's Elliot from Aston Villa, I guess. Um, I would say I would sell Gabriel definitely, same on Lee, and just sell Senesi next game week, if that's okay. Now, selling Gabriel to a Van Dijk, to a Munoz, to a Lacroix, to a O'Reilly, there are a lot of options. Just pick your player. Hi, Hama Apsi, thanks a lot for joining. Ahmad could be a differential if I don't have money to buy Bruno. No, no, I would not buy Ahmad because he's going to go to AFCON in 2 3 game weeks. I don't think that I would go Ahmad from Manchester United, honestly. He could be also rotated in some games, I suppose, and yeah, for just 2 3 game weeks, I don't think that I would go for him. Senesi to Timber, Alderete to O'Reilly. No, no, I don't want to do that. Not this game week at least. No, I don't want to sell Rodon. Is it worth -4 for Minte instead of Reinders? -4. I don't think that I would take -4 to sell Reinders, but yeah. For -4, I'm not sure. Now, obviously, Reinders could be. You could just play another player instead of Reinders, right? This gaming, and then just sell him for free next gaming. That could be okay. Cunha, I don't want to go for Cunha. Reinders to Anderson, Senesi to Riley. So we're getting almost to my picks after 1,000 refreshes. O'Reilly, let's say I don't want to go for O'Reilly this gaming. So let's be honest here. Munoz to Esteve, definitely not. Definitely not. Don't sell Munoz. What's going on? Hi Seaman, would you do Sar to Guimaraes, Senesi to Timber, and either Saka or Semenyo to Bruno? I would not sell Saka or Semenyo, I think. Seaman, honestly. And not for a -4, definitely not. No. Sar to Guimaraes is okay. If you don't want to go for Minte, if you don't want to go for Elliot Anderson, if you don't want to go for Foden, it's okay. I don't mind it. Senesi to Timber, yeah, probably that's the most logical transfer for anyone to just sell Senesi and buy an Arsenal defender, right? I don't mind it. I really like that transfer. Could you please check my team? Yeah, if you can wait a second, then yeah, maybe we're going to have time to check your team. So yeah, Senesi to Timber, Reinders to Anderson. So this is another move I could do for this gaming, right? But I don't know. I don't know if I want to go for Timber. So let's avoid Timber for now. Mateta to Krupi, no, I don't want to sell Mateta. After 2 years later, Saka, no, I don't want to sell Virgil van Dijk. Reinders to Anderson, Senesi to Lacroix. So finally, we got we got my strategy after 100 refreshes, and yeah, I think that this is what I'm going to do. I think that I'm going to stick with my decision. I'm not sure if this is the best thing to do for my team, but I want to get rid of Reinders. I want to have Anderson in my team. I think that he's a great option, a really good enabler for that price. And I think that I want to go against Arsenal players for the next 2 fixtures at least, and go all out on Crystal Palace for this fixture against Burnley. What could go wrong, right? Now just wait to see Burnley scoring a goal in 2 minutes. Now 2 minutes, let's just see if we have, let's say I don't want to buy Lacroix. Let's see if we have any other options for my team. I don't want to buy Richards anyway. Senesi to Esteve, right? No, I don't want to buy Esteve. Senesi to Guardiol, Reinders to Anderson. This is another possibility, but yeah, probably I don't want to buy Guardiol. Senesi to Tarkovsky, no, I don't want to buy Tarkovsky. Senesi to Anderson, the fixture is just not great this gaming. Mukiele, no. We're going to rule out all the players in FPL after we're going to get something I want. Now we got it, but yeah, Van de Ven, no, definitely not. So we're left with this decision, Senesi to Gudmundsson. Do I do this transfer, guys? What do you think? No. No. Yeah, welcome to FPL Dennis when where you can see 1,000 refreshes on Fantasy Football Hub. Yeah, sorry about that. We're going to rate the team for you in a second, and then I'm just going to make my transfer probably. Uh, don't recommend Van de Berg. Brian this to Anderson. Okay, make one free transfer. Good. I mean, I could just play Rodon and save my free transfer for next game week. I mean, this is also another possibility, but Rodon against Chelsea at home, it doesn't feel great. No, I don't think that I'm going to go there. Okay, so let's see the team for Ahil Sayed, and this is going to be, would you play Gudmundsson or take a hit? If I was forced to take a hit, probably I would just play Gudmundsson, honestly. Now, I have two free transfers, so for free, I'm just going uh, to sell Senesi to not play Rodon against Chelsea, but for a hit, I'm not sure which defenders are going to be worth that hit, honestly. And the thing is, it's really tough to justify um taking a hit because after just two game weeks, we're going to get 5 free transfers. So it's really tough to justify taking that hit, I think. Um, so yeah, 0.1 millions in the bank for Ahil Sayed. I don't know how many free transfers do you have, but your team is looking good. Chaka and Thiago not great against Liverpool away. I would sell Sar, probably as I said to you earlier, sell Sar to someone like Minte or other players. If you have two free transfers, yeah, you could sell. Again, Chalobah, Richards, Virgil van Dijk is pretty good, a pretty good backline. So you're not forced to sell Senesi this gaming, definitely. I would just sell Sar probably because he's a sell. And Hama Apsi, Seemingly, yeah, the last team, guys, which I'm going to check because we have 23 minutes till the deadline. So yeah, hopefully you're going to appreciate that I'm looking at everyone's team. Hopefully that's good for you. Again, I'm trying to answer all the questions. I'm trying my best. You have Gabriel, as you said, and Senesi and Sar. You were really unlucky, Simon Lee. 2.6 millions in the bank, one free transfer. I would sell Gabriel probably to buy Van Dijk, I think. Or if you want to go for other players, if you want to go for someone like Timber, probably that's better than going for Van Dijk. So Gabriel to Timber, play Gudmundsson and Thiago. I don't think that I would take some hits. Now, you're going to get rid of these players at some point, right? Elliot, Sar, Gabriel, because they are out long term. Senesi is okay. If you still want to keep it till gaming 17, that's okay. But I would just sell Gabriel probably. I'm thinking of Doku to replace Sar. What's your opinion? I'm not sure. I don't think that I would go there, Hama Apsi, because I'm not sure if Doku is going to be worth it. Even if he's going to start all the games, let's suppose about Doku, he's just not getting a lot of goals. He's most likely to get you some assists, and that's it basically. I know that he scored the goal against Liverpool, which was amazing, but he's just not that type of player who can get you a goal and an assist, two goals, something like that. He's just not that player. So I'm not sure it's worth the headache to by Doku, but yeah. If you want to go there, I don't mind it. I would just go for Foden if you want to go for a Man City midfielder, honestly. But yeah. Um, Hi Fahada. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Hello, I have Senesi and 1.1 million in the bank with Timber and Gay as other defenders and Anderson as a cover. Should I switch for -4 or play Anderson? Uh, as I said before, for -4, I can't really justify taking a -4 just before we're going to get 5 free transfers in 2 game weeks time. I would just play Anderson against Man City. It is what it is. He's going to get probably a few defensive contributions, so maybe he's going to get 2, 3, 4 points. Who knows? Fulham also are a decent defense, but yeah, again, it's Man City, so I expect them to concede. But I would not take a -4. If you have someone like Anderson, I would just play him. Fahada Humaid. Ahil Sayed, I have done Salah out for Bruno and Sol Sar out for Saka. Okay, okay. Those are good moves. Buying Bruno and Saka are good moves. Yeah, no, I don't mind it. Thank you for the effort, Dennis. No problem. Thanks a lot for joining the stream, Simon Lee, and everyone who's here, who is constantly here on the stream. I really appreciate the support. It really means a lot. Hopefully, I'm also helping you a little bit with my decision, although I'm just a guy talking about football. I'm not an expert or something like that. It just happened for me to get some good finishes in FPL. Let me just say it like that. But yeah, hopefully you get something for my content. If not, good FPL advice, maybe a nice conversation. So thanks a lot for joining anyway. Really appreciate it. Why Lacroix over Gay or Mitchell? And what do you think about Chow? I like Chow. He just doesn't work that well with me freeting in Game Week 16 because I think that he has a really nice fixture in Game Week 16 and I can have him on my fleet. And I don't really like the fixture this gaming, although I could see Newcastle keeping a clean sheet against Tottenham. I just prefer to have someone like Lacroix instead of Chow. And why Lacroix and not Gay? I think that Gay is more expensive. Let me just check. Or they are no. So he's 5.1. He's the same price. You're right as Lacroix. I just think that he's kind of better for defensive contributions. Now we can check that out. They have also a lot of stats here. So let's just put here defensive. Let's just say Crystal Palace, right? And I want expected, not this. Let me just a second to. I want to see. Let's make a comparison, right? With okay, so CBIT per 90 minutes is there. Okay. Let's put here per 90 minutes. And you can't. So I selected Crystal Palace. Let's select just defenders. You can't see the names, sadly. Sorry for that. But here you can see the CBIT, which is DEFCON. And I selected per 90 minutes. And Lacroix is here the first name. He's averaging 10.85 defensive contributions per 90 minutes. So he's the best Crystal Palace defender for DEFCON in the first 13 game weeks of the season, okay? And in the second one is Richards, and the third one is Gay with 8.33. So this is one thing. I'm preferring Lacroix. He's much better for defensive contributions per 90 minutes. If we put here also, let's put goal threat, right? Non-penalty expected goals per 90 minutes. Obviously, the first one is Munoz. You can't see his name, but is Munoz. And the second one is here Lacroix. Now, yeah, to be honest, it's not such a big difference. Gay is on the third place with 0.07, 0.08. I personally think that Lacroix is a little bit better for attacking threat, let's say, from set pieces than Gay. So, yeah, that's why pretty much I'm thinking about buying Lacroix. Bijikov. Dennis, what do you think about Captain Munoz? I saw someone on Twitter captaining Munoz. I don't mind it. It's just not. It's just not a thing I'm going to do again. I'm. I don't think that I captain ever a defender in FPL. That's not because I don't think that it's worth it or not. I think that if you want to captain a defender in FPL, probably this is the best fixture to do it. Crystal Palace, Daniel Munoz against Burnley. So I don't mind it at all. But yeah, I'm just going to go for Haaland for this one. For Sud by Gakpo or Foden. Probably Foden is a little bit more nailed, if I can say that, but again, both of them could get rotated at some point. Who are you selling Senesi for? Simon Limo, probably for Lacroix, I would say. At the moment, I'm pretty okay with that. No problem, Jock V. Thanks a lot for joining. By the way, again, it doesn't mean that Lacroix is going to be better than Gay. It's just a preference of mine. I think that he's better for defensive contributions. Thank you, mate. No problem, Dylan Mulder. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate to see you here. I'm itching to captain Mateta. Lol, Burnley has a soft spot for strikers. Yeah, I captain Mateta 2 times. I think that I'm going to miss this one, and probably this is the game week where Mateta is going to haul, when I'm not going to captain him. So, okay, so let me just check if we got any news about Man City, but yeah. Honestly, I don't know what I'm waiting for, right? It's not like I'm going to buy a Man City player. Yeah, no leaks yet from Manchester City. Yeah. Okay, so let's just do my transfers, I guess. Um, yeah, let's just take a look at some defenders, but yeah, I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do. Um, Timber, Chaloba, Lacroix. Lacroix is the fifth most scoring defender in FPL. Now that I'm looking here, you can see, but I see the list with the most scoring defenders in FPL. So yeah, Lacroix has just four less points than Timber. If you can imagine that, he's almost at the same level as Timber, and he's 1.3 millions cheaper. So again, I think that Lacroix is a good option. Now, am I really happy having double Crystal Palace defense long term? I'm not sure, but at some point in Game Week 17, when I'm going to have 5 free transfers, maybe I'm going to think to sell one of them to an Arsenal defender. That's also uh, somehow of a strategy for me. Obviously, I want to buy some Arsenal defenders at some point. So, uh, yeah, I'm willing to go against Timber for the next two. Hopefully, he's not going to rise in price a thousand millions till that. But yeah, yeah, I'm going to buy Lacroix, I think, and then really annoying that Anderson also So I can't afford a 8.1 midfielder. Rice, Bruno Guimaraes, Eze nah, Neto nah. I've been hearing that Thiago could be a doubt to face Arsenal. Have you heard anything, Dennis? I didn't saw anything about that. Now, obviously, he came out injured in that game against Burnley, but the injury is minor, so I don't think that it's such a big problem. But anyway, it's Arsenal, so he's going to miss. Yeah, be prepared to have a good sub. Instead of him, I didn't saw anything to say for sure that Thiago is going to miss. But in most cases, probably I would just not play. Dennis, you take too long. Can you do your transfer, please? Yeah, but why are you pressing me, man? We still have 10 minutes till the deadline, so there's no rush to make my transfers. Foden is 8.1. Yeah, I have the exact funds to go for Foden. But do I want to go there? I'm not sure yet. I've been hearing that Thiago, Steve LFC, thanks a lot for joining. I have to play Anderson for Senesi this week unless I take a -4 to move him on. Finger crossed for some DEFCON. Yeah, I would just play Anderson. I would not take a -4 for Senesi. I have Krupi Jr. as my substitute. Hopefully for you, he's going to get some minutes, but again, I can't be sure about that. Sorry, Dennis. No problem, Flash. I'm just joking. You're not you're not pressing me. But yeah, be careful. Why are you nervous? Why are you nervous, Flash? Why are you nervous? Are you making the same transfers? Be honest. I don't I don't judge. If you want to make the same transfers I do, again, I'm not taking responsibility for anyone copying my team. So feel free to copy my team. But this season I'm not doing as well as last season. And yeah, honestly, probably I'm not going to have the same rank like I had last season. 4K is pretty a long way to go there. Enzo also might be a good option. Yeah, but with Palmer being back, he's not going to be on penalties anymore, and that's not such a big problem. But I don't I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to go for Enzo. I think that he's a decent pick. If you have him, definitely just keep him. But yeah, exact same mate. Hopefully, a lot of FPL managers forget about the Tuesday deadline. Yeah, hopefully. Again, I don't really care too much if they're going to forget or not. But yeah, it was a quick turnaround. Sorry for the lack of content in the last 2 days, but the last stream was 3 days ago, I think, and I just uploaded my team selection. Didn't have any more time to make other videos, so yeah, sorry about that. And we're going to have another deadline stream on Saturday, so yeah, maybe I'm going to be able to make 2 videos for before that. 8 minutes. Okay, so with Reindeers, I could go for Gak. I have a lot of options, but honestly, I don't want to. Again, I've made pretty much my decision. I'm going to trust my gut feeling. I want to have Elliot Anderson for the long run. I think that is a good option. He's not an exciting player. He's a boring pick, let's be honest, but he's going to get 4, 5, 6 points pretty regularly, I would say. So yeah, let's put Anderson here. That would leave me with 2.7 millions in the bank. Also, what do you think about Senesi to Chow? To have bench cover for Richard this week, then I play Chow next week. Perfectly fine. If you know if you're not forced to take a hit to do that, yeah. The fixtures for Senesi are not great long term, so I think that he's a sell anyway, sooner rather than later. You could get Gakpo if you want, Dennis. Yeah, I can get a lot of players, but do I want to go there? Yeah, I'm not sure. Go for your man, Cody Gakpo, mate. Yeah, it feels like a knee jerk going for Gakpo at the moment. again, really happy that hopefully some of you use their free last gaming, and I recommended Gakpo and Foden for everyone on my last stream, if you remember. So happy that those decisions were amazing on a free, and also really lucky, I would say. Dennis Gabriel plus Sar to Timber plus Foden for a -4. That doesn't look bad, honestly, because Gabriel and Sar are players who are going to be out for a long period of time. So probably I would just sell them. And yeah, I like Timber and Foden. Who to start, Whiffler or Thiago? That's a tough question. Uh, Probably Thiago in that case. Okay, Dennis, I'm sure I'm keeping Ekitike, but not sure who to move Paqueta plus Senesi onto yet. Minte, Anderson. Yeah. Captain Mbeumo, I'm 100 points behind. 100 points behind what? More exactly. Okay, so Senesi, Reinders to Lacroix and Anderson for free. Yeah, we confirmed the transfers. Let me just check my team. I'm going to play Anderson instead of Thiago, and probably Rodon here, second on my bench. Captain Haaland, Vice Captain Bruno Fernandes, Raya Munoz, Lacroix, Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, I'm set up. Yeah, I've made my transfer, so hopefully you're happy now, guys. Right, mate, so Lacroix or O'Reilly? I'm going to go for Lacroix, but mostly because I'm going to use my free in Game Week 16, so also O'Reilly works well with that. But if I want to buy O'Reilly, I'm just going to buy him next game week. So again, if you don't mind him being benched, uh, the potential at least for him being benched, then yeah, just buy O'Reilly. I think that he's a fantastic option if he's going to get the minutes, obviously. Okay, so let's answer all the questions till we have time. 4 minutes. Play Thiago or Anderson. As you can see from the screen, I'm playing Anderson. Minte plus Anderson versus Anderson plus Virgil van Dijk. Van Dijk plus Van Dijk plus Elliot Anderson sounds better, I would say, but it's really close. Would you captain Mbeumo over Haaland? No, because I'm not captaining Bruno Fernandes over Haaland. So this is just my preference, guys. So I'm just going to go with the robot with Erling Haaland because I just don't really trust Man United that much. But if you want to captain Bruno Fernandes and Mbeumo, go with it, guys. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. Uh, Any leaks yet? No, no leaks. Thank you, Dennis. Top man. Thanks a lot, Flash, for being here on the stream. Really appreciate it. The defender, Anderson. Yeah, I got that. I got that. Again, it's not great to have Anderson against City, but in the long run, he's okay. He's really good. So Van Dijk plus Elliot Anderson sounds better on paper. I think that it's also more money. Yeah, it's more money probably. So sounds better. But yeah, I like both options. Haaland hat-trick tonight. Hopefully. After he blanked when I used my triple captain on him last game week against Leeds, hopefully he's going to repay my faith on him. As a Liverpool fan, honestly, I hope that Man City are going to lose, but hopefully that's going to be with the Haaland hat-trick. So yeah, could it happen? Probably not. Yeah, I'm checking to see if we get any leaks, but this season, no more leaks. And yeah, honestly, I don't mind it. I think that it makes the game a little bit more funny without having the leaks and more equal to anyone. So yeah, my team is locked in for this game week. 2 minutes till deadline. Make sure, guys, you make your moves, select your captain, correct, and yeah, Hope Guimaraes works out. They got back-to-back home games. Good luck to you, Simon. Hopefully that's going to work. I went with Anderson and Minte because I have bench headache if I get Virgil and Elliot Anderson. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Not a bad set of moves anyway. Pojul. Okay, so let me just make a screenshot of my team. One minute, guys. Make sure you lock in your teams. I am locked, and honestly, I really like the team on paper. What could go wrong, right? Good luck, Dennis, and everyone still watching. Thanks a lot, Rizonelli. Good luck to you. Good luck to everyone. We're still going to be here some minutes after the deadline. So yeah, if you still want to chat, we're here to see the lineup. So also for Manchester City. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining the stream. Really appreciate the support. It was incredible today, and yeah, hopefully everyone is going to have a nice gaming. We are locked in, I think. Yep. Yeah, we are locked in. Good luck, everyone. If you're leaving the stream, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. You know the drill. It would really help the channel, and it is really much appreciated. And thanks a lot for the support and for joining the stream. This better be the last week AKT is in my team. Yeah, hopefully for you that's going to be the case. Yeah, I didn't check if we got any more leaks, but yeah, no, we didn't get any more leaks about Man City. So 15 minutes till we see the teams. um mm -mm -mm -mm. We are locked in. Oh my god, I just checked next week, but this is an unintentionally perfect. What? Hey, what's your opinion on Eze? By the way, again, I like him as a player. I think that he's a great player, but we saw less gaming also with Odegaard being back. His minutes are going to be managed. They have a lot of fixtures. I don't think that Eze is going to start all the games. So that's why I just don't think him. I just don't think that he's a great FPL option. Let's say again, if for those who had him for that hat trick, congrats, that's amazing. But yeah, just a second, guys. Just a second, and then we can discuss a little bit. Yeah, okay. So where we were at. I have exact money to do Ekitike plus Semenyo to Thiago plus Palmer next week and 2 free transfers next week, so would be free. Nice, nice. Let's see how many minutes Palmer is going to get. I would not be in such a big rush to buy Palmer, but yeah, he's a nice option if he's going to be fit, obviously. So nice for you. Will we be having a look at FPL Challenge? I didn't play FPL Challenge, honestly, ever, I think. So yeah, we can have a look, but I think that the game is updated right now, so it doesn't really work. I had him for the hat trick. Now, don't want to get rid of him. Okay. I mean, again, let's see how many minutes he's going to get against Brentford. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to score a hat trick every game week, right? So yeah, this was my team, guys. Now we can move to Twitter to see some other teams, right? This was my team, made 2 transfers for free. FPL Challenge headlines are different, but I don't play it either. Oh, okay. So, okay, if I was to go here to FPL Challenge, I think that this is the first time I've... Okay, so they... Really? Don't look, guys. Okay. Double points for midfielders priced at 7 millions or under. Okay. Team name, Wirtz, my money. Okay, so I can play FPL Challenge, I guess. First time here. Went for Bruno Guimaraes and Belmo captaincy. Good luck, good luck, good luck to you, Eliker FC. Yeah. Okay, so here I just pick some players, right? uh, I need to pick just a midfielder under 7 millions who is going to score double points. Okay. I would say let's say Enzo Fernandez, I guess. You get to change formation lower. Oh, okay. Then I want to play with 2 midfielders, right? No, I want to play with 3 midfielders. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's say Injaev, why not? Yeah, I'm not sure about these midfielders. I should back my team, right? Or maybe not. Let's say Rice, okay? He's 7 millions. I just loaded this for the first time. I went with Minte, Rice, and Sobo in midfield. Yeah, same, same. Okay. Now give me a goalkeeper. And I have unlimited budget or something. I go for Raya. And defenders, I'm going to go for Munoz. And forward for this game week. Can I go for Haaland? Is that allowed? Let's go for Igor Jesus. Why not? Okay, so too many players selected from Arsenal. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna change my goalkeeper. How do I remove this? Transfer out. Okay. We're going for Allison. Save team. Okay, so we're playing FPL Challenge for the first time. Yeah, okay, this was fun. Let's see. Let's see how many points I'm going to score. Let's move again. Two. I just loaded this for the first time. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Good luck for the FPL Challenge. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see if we get any more news. Not yet. It's 5 minutes and we're going to get the team. Everyone is captaining Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, hopefully a hat-trick for Haaland. That would be nice. Oh, I didn't saw which player I captained. Not Rice. Captain Enzo Fernandez. What could go wrong, right? So let's see some teams. FPL Harry. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, Siman. Siman, thanks a lot for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys, for the support. 23 likes. Incredible on this stream. Yet again. Sar plus Senesi out. Anderson plus Timber in. Okay, so I feel more safe now that FPL Harry also captained Erling Haaland. Yeah, probably it's going to be just fine. Ben Krenlin, Captain Bruno Fernandes. Okay. Triple Crystal Palace defense. Nice. Nice. Oh, okay, this is a Frit. What a nice aesthetically Frit. Just look at it, guys. Perfect. Perfect aligned. Wonder what Haaland's effective ownership will be. Hopefully lower. Yeah, to be honest, he blanked 2 game weeks in a row, I think, something like that. Yeah. A lot of Bruno Fernandes captainers. Now let's see if that's also only going to be in the Twitter bubble, FPL Twitter bubble, but yeah. Oscar Bob remains absent. What a surprise. Like 160%, I think. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Let's hope we're going to get something from Haaland, right? At least. I mean, hopefully I'm going to get something also for Bruno Fernandes, although probably a lot of people just captained him. But yeah, probably not enough for him to have negative effective ownership, I would say. Okay. 1 minute, 1 minute. Think it's gonna be game. Stay dependent. If City don't find another lead, Fulham will just sit back. But there will be space if Fulham goes to attack. Yeah, of course, of course. Uh, yeah, that could have been also the same at Leeds if City scored faster. But so Mateus Nunes, Ruben Diaz, Guardiol, Nico O'Reilly starts. So congrats to anyone who bought him. Ryan this also starts just after I sold him. Foden, Doku, Haaland. Okay, so pretty much unchanged 11 for Manchester City, which is interesting. Stones, Ake, Marmoush, Cherky, Ainuri, Savinio, Kusanov, Lewis on the bench. So no surprises for Manchester City. Yeah. Now, you could argue that maybe I would have been better without selling grinders. Yeah, if I knew that he was going to play, maybe I wouldn't sell him and just save the free transfer. But yeah, I couldn't have known that. And overall, I think that Anderson is a better pick anyway against Wolverhampton. Yeah, from Bournemouth, Semenyo is starting, which is nice for me. He's also the captain for this team. Okay, Kluivert also starting. So yeah, Semenyo is not going to be on penalties, sadly. Krupi Juniors also is starting. Evan Nilsson is on the bench. A little surprise here, but again, I'm not sure a lot of people have Evan Nilsson anyway. A few days ago, I saw a post on a player who was ranked 12 in the world without using any transfers or chip. Yeah, these crazy things happen for sure. If you can find right now some players, for sure there are in top 100 places a lot of teams who didn't make any transfers, and that's just crazy considering how much time we give. We think about what are we going to do, and I'm 360k in the world. So yeah, it is what it is. Semenyo could still be on a pen after 65, 70 minutes. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Kluivert. I don't see Kluivert necessarily playing 90 minutes, but yeah. Tavernier also could be on penalties, but he's not. He's not playing, so till now, Tavernier was a decent player in FPL. Right now, I don't think that a lot of people are going to go for him. So yeah, Milos Savjevic, I think he's starting instead of Senesi, right? Yeah, hopefully in this game, I have also Nje. Let me just check the Everton lineup. Uh, yeah, Nje is starting. So I have Nje and Semenyo. Hopefully we're going to see a 3-3 or 5-5 in this game week. Dewsbury Hall, Tarkovsky. Keane is not starting. What? Or am I just blind? So Mikolenko, O'Brien, Tarkovsky. Yeah, Keane is not starting. And he's not on the bench either. Okay. If I need some bench for Krupi, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, Krupi could be a nice option at some point. Fulham, Anderson starting, Raul Jimenez. Yeah, no surprises there. I'm not sure about Keane. What's the deal? Is he suspended or something? Am I missed something? Um, yeah, O'Brien. I think that he's playing as a center back. Yeah, okay. So Keane is not starting. Interesting. Um, yeah, okay. So for Man City, um, no other news. Just that we can't really trust Pep with anything. We could see some rotation maybe against Sunderland. So probably at this rate, I'm not going to buy O'Reilly in Game Week 15. 21 people on the live stream. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining at the end of the stream. Really appreciate the support. Leave a like if you're new around here. Hit that subscribe button also. If you enjoy the content or if you want to enjoy the content in the future. King benched. Happy I bought Anderson for at least some bench cover. Yeah. King is just, I don't know, a really unpredictable pick from my point of view. This is how he was this season. So yeah, this was my team. Thanks a lot, guys, for joining the stream. I think that we're going to end it here. Yeah, you're going to see more content from me in the next few days. Hopefully, I can upload at least 2 videos before the next deadline, which is on Saturday. But yeah, good luck, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining the stream. If you don't have any more questions, I think that we're going to end it here. And yeah, good luck this game week. Hopefully everyone is going to get the green arrow. Hopefully we're going to move up the ranks a little bit. Have a nice evening, and yeah, you're going to see more content coming from me. Deadline comes fast again. Good luck. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting period. I like that. I like the chaos in FPL where we have to make a lot of decisions real quick without maybe a lot of information, a lot of time to process a lot of things. Yeah, good luck. Thanks a lot, guys. Seaman, Poeju, thanks a lot for remaining here so much into the stream. Really appreciate all the support. And yeah, we're going to end it here. Thanks a lot again for joining the stream, and see you next time. Bye.